Hello, everyone. My name is Abigail,
And I'm Grayson.
and we're students at Virginia Tech in the Introduction to Equine Industry class.
This series of videos is going to discuss the history of thoroughbred breeding throughout winners of the Kentucky Derby from 1903 until 2023.
Before we get started, let's go over some vocab terms that those who aren't familiar with the horse industry might not know.
Great idea. This slide has some of those words. To start, a sire is a horse that fathers a foal.
Yes, and a dam is the horse that is the mother of a foal.
A mare is another name for a female horse.
And a stallion is an ungelded male horse.
Right, and a gelding is a gelded male horse.
And gelded means castrated.
A foal is a baby horse and can either be a filly, a female foal, or a colt, a male foal. Another word that we will say a lot in this series is jockey. A jockey is the person who rides the horse in the race. Usually, one jockey will stay with the same horse throughout that horse's racing career.
All right, let's get into it. The most widely used horses for racing in the United States are thoroughbreds. Thoroughbreds are a breed of horses that have a high athletic proficiency, especially when it comes to medium distance running. Thoroughbreds are good at running about 2 miles at a time, while quarter horses are better built for sprinting, and Arabians for long distances, up to 50 miles.
Yes, and the thoroughbred breed has a larger heart and cardiovascular system than other breeds that allow them to have that heightened running ability.
The winner of the 1903 Kentucky Derby was Judge Himes with jockey Hal Booker, and the second place competitor was Early. Judge Himes was trained by John Mayberry and is said to have won "within the shadow of a wire" by California newspaper The Morning Press. In this paper his win was attributed to the overconfidence of Early's jockey.
Judge Himes was sired by Esher, who was a thoroughbred from Great Britain, and his dam was Lullaby, who was an Arabian from the United States. Esher was sired by Claremont, and his dam was Una. Both were Great Britain thoroughbreds. Lullaby was sired by El Caher, and her dam was Windsong. Both were Arabians.
We do see a little bit of inbreeding on this pedigree when we go past Judge Himes's grandparents. Windsong's sire Fisab is seen as a great-grandparent and a great-great-grandparent, and the dam of El Caher's sire Shamarla is also seen as a great-grandparent to Windsong. I did some digging to see if there was a reason that these horses would have been used multiple times, but I couldn't find anything. So it's possible that these horses were possibly local legends of the time or were chosen out of convenience, and you can see them within the same color blocks on this pedigree.
Judge Himes sired two half-bred foals that were not of any significance, so he was not a good stud horse. He was also described as homely by American Classic pedigrees, and was reportedly injured in the December of his 5-year-old season, and is not really seen racing again after that.
In Judge Himes's pedigree, obtained from allpedigree.com, we can see that this was the early years of thoroughbred breeding, when Arabians were still widely used. Arabians are not as widely used in thoroughbred breeding today. We're not sure why, but I'm going to continue to look for you. All thoroughbreds are descendants of Arabians due to the British's infatuation with racing horses and the importation of racing horses from the Middle East and Turkey. The first Arabian horse was imported to America was a son of Darley Arabian named Bull Rock, who arrived in Virginia in 1730 along with 180 other thoroughbreds in the following years.
There were a lot of theories in 1903 that were used to breed good racehorses. These included pedigree analysis, outcrossing, and nick patterns. Pedigree analysis is what it sounds like. Breeders would look at pedigrees to determine if there were any famous names.
Outcrossing is the crossing of different breeds to increase genetic diversity and introduce distantly related genetic material into the line. This is seen in Judge Himes's pedigree, as his sire was a thoroughbred, but his dam was an Arabian, and as previously stated, thoroughbreds came from Arabians.
Nick patterns, or nicking, are the crossing of a specific sire with the daughters of a particular broodmare sire. This was seen as a guaranteed way to produce champions. Broodmare sire sounds like an oxymoron, Abigail. What is a broodmare sire?
Great question, Grayson. Let's break the word down. A broodmare is a mare specifically used for breeding and giving birth to foals. We said at the beginning of a video that the sire was a horse that fathers a foal, so a broodmare sire is the stallion bred to a broodmare.
So the daughters of a specific broodmare sire are the daughters of a specific horse couple. Good to know.
All right, it's time for a fun horse fact.
Yes. What is our fun fact for this video?
Our fun fact comes from the Spruce Pets, and it is that horses cannot burp.
Yes, their digestive tract only has one direction. This means that along with burping, they cannot breathe through their mouths or puke. Here you can see all of the sites we used to gather our information for this video.
That is all we have for today. In the next video, we will look at the winner of the 1913 Kentucky Derby and see what changes happened in the breeding process over those 10 years.
See you next time!